Hey, good morning. Good morning. My name's Kenny Glick. I've been trading the stock market since inception. I've been trading since the fetus. I've had mutual funds since I was in the fifth grade. I've been staring at screens to the point where I'm clinically insane right now. So, what I want to tell you right now, if maybe you haven't noticed, that the market never goes down. I've been making videos since '07 on YouTube, and you might have thought that I was joking around because I'm a perma bear. I'm a pessimist. I think world events are going to affect the market. I think that companies that are fake should go down, and they never do. Companies that don't make any money, the stocks should go down. But the market generally never goes down. When I talk about the market, I'm talking about the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and of course the mighty Qs. So if you don't know, the reason I'm not sitting on a pile of cash, and I'm talking 20, 30, 50 mil, is that I'm a bear. And every couple of years, I get a little frustrated with the market, how it always goes up, always goes up. I'm living proof of it. And I attempt a short position. And then I get profitable on that short position. And I think to myself, hey, maybe this is the time the market's actually going to go down for more than 2 hours. More than 2 hours, right? That's all I'm looking for. Give me a 2 hour sell off. And I got one. No, sorry. I got an hour and a half sell off on Thursday. And I thought, hey, this is it. We're finally going to break down. And again, before I talk about my position, because it's insignificant. It means nothing to anybody. But here's the point. I am a shorter, I'm a bear. So I know personally, deep down in my soul, there's no way to make money shorting the market. I know it because I'm here every day. The market is actually setting you up now for failure because it's breaking levels, then coming back, breaking levels, then coming back, just to make you think we're going to go down. It's called the fake out, shake out, breakout. And the market continues to do it. And once you learn that pattern and you stay bullishly biased, you see it. Oh, here comes that fake out. There's where Kenny fucks up. Here's where he goes short and starts getting all excited. Let's go long. And you would think after me doing this for so long, I would stop shorting the market completely. But that's the whole point of trading, as far as I'm concerned, to try to make money when other people aren't. But right now, you have to just run with the herd. The market never goes down, ever, right? So if here's what's fun, and here's what's confusing and flabbergasting and bewildering, right? So the market never goes down, right? We all agree that, right? Every chart, if you look at the S&P, the QQQ, and the Dow Jones, right? The market never goes down. Look at all the times the market has gone down for whatever the case. China contagion, bird flu, a fucking pandemic that shut the world down. Then a massive correction, the Cathy Wood top, the bubbles of 2000. They're little tiny, they're little blips on the chart on the way up because the market's rigged to go up. Just like UVXY is rigged to go down, the market is actually rigged to go up. Right now, there's money pouring in. Where's it coming from? Pension plans, retirement plans, people doing dollar cost averaging. The market is always getting funded, right? So how could it go down? The only reason it goes down is every once in a while, the fund managers, the people that control the market, hold the cash and they look for better opportunity. And then the market has a weak bid and then it actually goes down. But then they're there. They're sitting with the money. Oh, look, we just convinced everybody the market's actually going to go down. Now let's start piling in and they make all the money. The only way to fight it is never sell the Qs, never go short, and buy every dip. You're going to win, right? My dad proved it. He was long since basically '03 on the Qs. Finally cashed out, and it was the worst idea of his life. Not his life, but it was the worst idea. He's like, hey, I could finally get 5% with no risk at all. So he cashed out of the Qs between 365 and 385, thinking he was a hero, making 300 points collectively, which is a pretty damn good trade from '03. He had the Qs. But still, he just left almost 100 points on the table for a 5% yield on some treasuries. But at 80 years old, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, so here's the fun part. Market never goes down, right? So I have a watch list. I'm not going to show you the screen right now. It doesn't matter. I have a watch list of, 250 stocks that I trade, and then I alter it. What's hot, what's not, some new IPOs come on, and I alter my watch list, right? I just went through. Okay, now, the market hasn't gone down ever, right? 6 months. And I just looked at the first 20 random stocks that if you bought them just 2 or 3 weeks ago, or maybe 2 or 3 months ago, you're still a loser. ALAB, ASP, STI, Very, SOUN, Palantir, Jumama, even Carvana. If you bought it 2 weeks ago, you're a loser now. Iova, Lunar, CCC, Path, iRobot, Zim, Z, Captain, ALTM, U, Lyft, Snap, S, Apps, Honest, Hood, you're actually up still, I think. Hood, you're actually up. There's one trade. Affirm, you're still getting crushed if you bought it last year, especially. ADPT, check that one out. How about Ring, RNG? How about GDRX? How about NNOX? How about CDLX? How about ENVX? These are all losing trades, but the market never goes down. How is that possible? That's the illusion. Don't trade stocks. Stocks are shortable. Most stocks still stink. From 1920 to 1950, there was like 8 stocks that went up and controlled the whole market, just like we're in right now. From 1950 to 1985, same scenario. You had basically 30% of stocks going up. The rest stunk. And now, where we're at now, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Most stocks stink because there's so many of them, and a lot of them are fake pump and dumps, worthless biotech, therapeutic, China stocks, companies that don't do anything. They have one story, everybody gets excited, then it crashes. And that's what people think the market is, right? The market is the Qs. The market is the S&P 500. That's when you say nobody beats the market. Yeah. That's why when you see these retirement commercials on television, and they're sitting down, they got the guys in the suit, the old couple, we'll help you prepare for retirement. Prepare for what? Buy the Qs. Have a nice life. What more do you need? You don't need diversification. You don't need an education. You don't need a financial advisor. You buy the Qs. Look at the chart. Do you need here, Mr. Johnson? The stock only goes up over any allotted amount of time. What about 2020? Well, that was a pandemic. We went down for 3 weeks. Yeah, it was crazy. And you would have been dollar cost averaging, and you would have bought more. And we only go up. If you try to pick individual stocks, you will lose because most stocks do stink. You know, this DXYZ, this is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. It's a fund of private placements, and everybody thinks, hey, we could finally buy some IPOs. So it got hyped up. But officially, right now, it's worthless. I know it's speculative, all that stuff, but now they're running closed-end funds from $8 to $120. It was $8. It went to $120. Now it crashed back down to $50. Who knows what this thing's going to do? But bottom line, don't short. And if the market's going to go down, I'm going to give you the price. 432, 430, 432.50. 432.50 on the Qs. 432.50 on the Qs. I will change my tune because I know this sounds ridiculous. You know what you're supposed to be doing? Buying stocks when they go up and you sell them when they go down. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's how easy it is. So when I'm in a stock like SOUN, the fuck is that stock? Who knows? Who cares? But it was rocking and every dip was being bought. And then one day the dip wasn't bought. That's when you sell it. That's when you sell it. Hey, every time Very pulls in, it seems like there's buyers there. And that's why we're still in the name. But there's going to be one day, well, hopefully not, because I still own the stock. There's going to be one day where it pulls back, breaks down, and then breaks another new level, and that'll be the cue to sell it. You sell them when they go down. You own them when they're going up. I know. It's that easy. It is that easy. By the way, speaking of not easy, I just concluded the worst tournament, the worst run, and I've been gambling my whole life. I've been gambling. I haven't won a bet. Seriously. I think I lost every bet I put in on the NCAA tournament. You know, I bet live and I try to take the underdog when they're getting beat or whatever it is. I haven't won a bet. I was just looking at I'm 1, maybe 2 for 35. Sick. When I go bad, man, I go bad. But you want to hear how the universe works? You know who won their bracket pool and came in with a $2,000 win? My son. You see how the world is all connected, and that's why we're in the matrix. As I'm getting my ass kicked on the most, I got to say, this is the worst I've ever, and I've been gambling since I was in the 5th grade. I've never been on such a terrible run in my life. And there goes my boy, winning the bracket for 2 Gs. It just all comes around. We're all interconnected somehow. That's why it's just, I love what I do. I love being able to, help people navigate the market, but it ain't about me, right? And again, to the guy that's always saying, hey, what about your trades? What about you don't want my trades right now. All right. I got 36,000 shares of SQQ on right now, going into CPI. Let's go. Because I'm a fucking maniac. Because I'm going to be the guy. I was up to 50,000 shares yesterday. But when it got to 1094, I was like, oh, wow, I actually take a profit on some of these. I bought a 10,000 share lot at 1075. So at 1094, I was like, all right, I could sell 5,000 or 6,000 shares here. And I wound up selling a little bit. If I had never, ever sold my Q, I don't even want to tell you. The original portfolio built for myself and my dad. You want to hear this shit? You want to hear this shit? You want to hear it? It was the $35 portfolio. $35 portfolio. What does that mean? Every stock I owned was $35. You want to hear the list? Qs, Tesla, Costco, and Adobe. I'm a loser. Yeah. Think about those 4 names. Qs, Tesla, Costco, and Adobe. I was diversified. We owned 2,000 shares of each, and that was our portfolio. If we had let it ride till right now, it's worth about $50 million. And what do I got to show for it? Squadoosh. Don't short the market. Don't sell good stocks. Because I tell you, as much as this trade that I'm always talking about, the 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal works, you know what works better? Owning the Qs. Owning the Qs, it works better. Owning the S&P 500 and never shorting stocks, that works better. Better than because the trade that I talk about that works all the time, you got to be waiting for it. Like Delta Airlines today, we're waiting for it. If it sets up, I don't think it's going to set up, but if it does, we'll short Delta Airlines. Again, that's the only one that's on the list today for a possible trade in it. If it sets up, remember, I'm not just shorting Delta Airlines because it's up. Right now, it's a buy. But that trade continues to work. But you got to be ready for it. You have to understand where it is, what to look for. And you have to have a day trading account. You got to know about options. You got to know a little bit. Nothing easier than just, I own the Qs. Because once again, and I know it's only April, but here I am again, giving back January, February, and March right now. Unless the SQQ goes up $1 today, I've just given back pretty much my whole year on one trade. That's what I do. So if you need to know, that's what I do. You don't want to do that. You want to trade earnings reversals, stay long the Qs, and do the right thing. That's why I'm the best educator. Because you don't want to do what I do. You want to do the trade that works. It's not me. I found a trade that I've cultivated, and again, through hard work and experience, I found something that works. The question is, why don't I only do that? I ask myself that all the time. But that's my job, is to tell you to do that only and never short the market. See? Well, wait, we ticked down and now we're ticking back up, or up or down. I don't know. Oh, look at me making money. I'm not selling. Unless it goes to 11. You think I'm getting excited right now, right? No. I need 1150 on the SQQ. I'm going to sell 100 shares right here just for good luck at 89. Sold to you. All right. Now I only have 36,900 shares. All right. Look, it's working. 91 sold to you. I'm going to sell the 100 shares right here. 92 sold to you. All right. All right. Now I just need, all right, 95. I'll sell 100 more, 95. Sold to you. Look at us. 97. All right. 98. I'll sell 100 at 11. Hun, we're up 40 grand. We could eat tonight. 1101. 1101 sold to you. 1102. Let's go. It's fun when it works, right? Now, let me just remind you, the market's down right now. It ain't gonna last. But I'm selling. I just sold 3,000 shares at 11. Now, if the market crashes later on, you'll finally realize that I control everything, right? Now, again, I'm not getting excited about me being green right now because I know it's not going to last. But 336.56, this is where we were Friday, right? 1104. Let's see if anybody wants it for 04. By the way, whatever the data was, I fucking love it. Whatever it was, CPI, NPI, we got stagflation again. Can we bring some other inflations into the? Could we get a move? Oh, by the way, Delta Airlines turned out to be a short. You see that? But you have to short it at 49.31. Anyway, look, I'm sitting on a stupid amount of fucking stock right here. All right, I'm selling into this move because I'm not retarded. All right, I know that the market's not going to stay fucking red. Right? We all know it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. So if you're not covering shorts right now, you're out of your fucking mind. How about that? Can I be more fucking to the point? I'm short. I have the biggest short position I've had on in 20 years. Get the fuck out here. Because we're right back to where we were, and every goddamn time we bounce. All right? That's 6 cents we just pulled back. That's 4 grand. That's how big my position is. I need SQQ at 1150. Close today. Bring it. Bring it. So again, when I was explaining with the Delta Airlines, right? If you wanted to short it, right? The idea was you wait, and then you wait some more. And then if you have an earnings report, a company that reported earnings, hit the bid. You guys hear me? If you have an earnings report, right, and it's above the VWAP, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's been below or above, below. It's when you wake up, right? I woke up about 20 minutes ago or whatever, half an hour ago. And since I woke up, DAL broke VWAP right here. I could show it to you. Hang on a second. I forget sometimes. We can get fancy on the fly. Watch this, kids. Huh? Huh? Fancy, right? Fucking hey, we're up 40 large. Yeah, too bad I lost 58 last week. So now we're only down 18 grand. Hey, it's disconnected. Why? SQQ. Oh, I have to reconnect. Hold on. Try that again. Ooh, just sold another 1,000 at 1104. Look out. Now, don't let this idea of the market actually staying down creep into your skull, right? That's how you get your head caved in, right? Let's not be fucking delusional now. But right now, you could stay short. And if you are short Delta Airlines, you could stay short because now, I'll show it to you on the chart. What's my password? McGillicuddy 555. McGillicuddy 555. Probably shouldn't say that on video. Is it? Yeah, McGillicuddy. McGillicuddy 555. You guys know where that's from? Sure you do. You know who McGillicuddy was? All right, here, let's go back to the charts. Let's go back to the charts. That was looking so much fun. We're like interactive on YouTube now. It only took 10, 15 years to figure it out. All right. So here's the SQQ, big engulfing candle. That's right now. Like I said, I'm not selling anymore until it gets to 11.18 and 11.25 because that's what I need. Because I've been getting my fucking ass kicked. So anyway, let's go back to Delta Airlines. I'm not selling any more SQQ. Hopefully the market fucking tanks. But let me show you the cues. Before we go any further, let me show you the cues. We've gone absolutely nowhere. Right? So May 5th, if I say May 5th one more time, come to my house and stab me with a fork. I don't know why it's in my head. March 5th. On March 5th, right there, we hit this low point. And that's where I began my shorting fucking extravaganza. I was like, all right, we're definitely rolling over. We just hit a double top on the market. Here we go. Ah! Crushed. Breaking new highs, all-time highs on the market with me being short, lost, right? Oh, shit, we're rolling over. We're breaking those prior lows, and we're breaking the March 5th lows. Let's go. Woohoo! No, Kenny. And then I get short again, and I get crushed the next day. But at least I covered. And then the next day, we tested that low, and I'm about to go short again, and I realize I'm going to probably lose again, so I don't short, right? And I'm like, ooh, finally, I learned something. Ooh, I'm not getting my ass kicked on this move to all-time highs. And then over here, we had this double top at all-time highs, and then you got the weed stocks starting to move. You got every dog shit stock on the planet moving. You got IPOs that are absolutely worthless. So if I wrote a book, which eventually I will write a book, I don't know if I'm going to use this title or this cover, but that is me. And it really is a story. The story is old now, but it's a story of how I lost all my money and all my courage. And I got to write the other side of the fucking chapters now about how I regained everything and got my courage back. But I'm still a schmuck. So after I saw this double top kind of area, I got short, right? And then the market suddenly starts to get hammered. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Am I this good? Did I finally nail it? So I'm loading the boat. I'm adding to my short position. Adding, knowing the market never goes down. I'm adding to the short position, knowing that the market never goes down. And then I get smoked on Friday. I had a chance on Monday, had a really nice chance yesterday. And so I'm not blowing this move. So right now, take a moment and realize the chances of us staying down are probably slim. Here comes the big fucking but. And I hope it's true. Maybe I finally will get the SQQ to go to $12 and I'll be sitting on a $120,000 profit today. I doubt it. But if it breaks these triple bottom, then look at where we're going to go. And here once again, it all comes back to the same premise. Even if you're right about shorting something, then what? You still got to cover. It's not like we're going to go down forever, right? So even if we do finally break this level that I've been waiting to break more or less since February 8th, we tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, tested here, but it was really this February 8th area, right, where we broke out, came back, tested it. All I'm looking for is to retrace to the last sell-off low. That's all I want. That's all I want, you fuckers, right? And now look. So what I do is this is the 1 year VWAP. If we crash, that's where I think we go. I don't think we're crashing, right? So I go back and I check multiple time levels. And what I have found is I go through the 5 days for my day trading, and then I'll expand it to the 10s and the 20s. But then if I'm looking and I'm swinging, I guess you would call this a swing short, right? Right? I'm looking at 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. So if you look at the 3-month, right, that's basically what we've been doing. Oh, 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 right there. So let's say we get to 332. We're 3 points away, right? Chances are we're going to bounce off that orange line. That's the 3-month VWAP. That's taking all this into consideration and spitting out a price that's probably going to be support 332. I'll take 332 right now also. But if we break it, right? If we break it, then what I've found is we generally start to crater down to 6-month VWAPs. That's why I have these all set already. Now, I don't want to start getting overly excited. But if we do break down and we get through this level and this level, 405, it's a little far-fetched even for me as the shorter here, right? So what I do is I try to find, watch this. This is what they call the anchored VWAP, right? So I'm taking this into consideration. I see the market rallied, pulled back, and then really got something going right around here. That's 118.24. So I'll take a VWAP. I'll get an idea of all the VWAP action. Let's grab the last sell-off. Again, this is what you do. You take a significant area. People use earnings reports or data reports or certain things, right? Oh, well, you got to go on YouTube. I can't do 2 charts at once. But hang on. If you guys are short DAL, let me just make sure you guys are okay. Ooh, look at that. But let me go back to the Qs for a second. So I'll take the data from, let's take it from 12/29/23. You could customize it. So you go right to that date, 12/29/23, 12/29/23. I jumped to a year ahead. 12/29, no, that's October. 12/29/23, and let's VWAP that. And it does the calculations for you. And let me just shrink this chart up. Actually, I'm going to put it on an hourly basis, even better. 12/29/23, so you could really see it. Hourly, bang. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Even if we do break down, we're probably going to only drop another 2 or 3, get into this mess from February. And if we sell off a little bit more, maybe we get 421, maybe 416. But then again, here's the thing about shorting. Remember to go through the whole process, because when you get to these levels, you have to ask yourself, okay, now what's going to happen? The idea of the market trending down doesn't exist, right? We never trend down. It maybe lasts for a day, 2 days. It took a, and again, we didn't trend down during the COVID crash. We crashed, right? Even in the financial crisis, we were trending down, but then we crashed. And then we also had massive updates. And then we crashed. And then we had massive updates. And then we crashed again. And then we based out, because inevitably it gets to a point where else are we going to go? Can't go down forever. Money's got to go back to work. And it just shows you that it's not about fundamentals. It's not about economic events. It's not about, and again, geopolitical events is what's got me completely short. I think, again, you don't even know. You people out there, and I'm talking to you, hit the bidders and YouTubers, anybody that knows me, you really don't know me. You don't know how passionate I am about what's going on in society right now, where I'm willing right now to junk my whole life to defend people right now, what's going on in the streets of America. And it's hard to remain sane. And I know we joke around about being insane as a trader, because you're all going to be insane. But this is just me as a person. It's very hard not to be bearish when the whole fucking world seems to be coming to get me personally. And you know what I'm talking about. We got fucking terrorists running around the streets of America, and we've lost the youth of our country. We've lost the youth, which means civilization is over. So if you're out there right now and you have kids that are going to college like my kids, educate your kids about who the bad people are. And I'll leave you right there because you know what I'm talking about. And I'm willing to j- junk my career and my life to dedicate everything I have and every passion, every penny I have to going out and fucking these people up and being as passionate as they are. Because if they're allowed to go around in the streets of America calling for the death of Americans, we should be going out there and calling for the death of them. It's only fair. But if we do it, we're the bad people. Fuck that. And fuck this market. I'll see you later.